Let's get ready for the full-blown Gorgie experience. Simon Church not hanging around. It's a dream start for Aberdeen. And it's one of the equaliser just like that. Too hot to handle. Reynolds across the comes out. It's Wilmer. Aberdeen's title push is drowning in an ocean of the road.
No, it's a blow for Derek McInnes in Aberdeen, absolutely no doubt about that, but a really good victory for Robbie Nielsen and Hearts tonight. We'll hear from all of these guys shortly. Obviously Adam Rooney very disappointed here, Michael Stewart a little bit happier, Stephen Craigan will give us his thoughts as well, but immediate reaction from the Hearts dressing room now. The goalkeeper Neil Alexander and Jamie Walker, who was excellent again, are with Ailey Barber.
Well, Jamie, it was the worst possible start to the game, but you fought back. You looked like you really wanted it out there.
Yeah, you know, we didn't get off to a great start in the game, but you know, we hung in there, a few saves from Neil and good defender, and you know, we got back into the game and we never looked back from there, so yeah, we're delighted.
Neil, you didn't look like a team that was ill all week. Without going into too much detail, how has this week been?
It's not been great, to be honest. We've not had the greatest preparation, but you know, what a shift the boys put in today, fantastic. You know, right from the start, okay, first 20 minutes we didn't turn up, but after that we grew into the game and you know, we passed the ball a lot better and you know, we caused them some problems and you know, it's a fantastic 3 points.
Jamie, I think because of the illness, a lot of people had you written off before the game even started. Did you use that sort of thing as motivation coming in against a side that are doing so well?
Yeah, I think so, you know, they're a good side and obviously, as I've said, we didn't get off to a great start, but you know, we put them under pressure for the last half an hour. The first half we got the goal and we never really looked back from there, so yeah.
We speak a lot about how this Hearts side is a young side. What do performances like that show that this side can achieve, not just this season but going forward?
No, it shows that we've got a lot of character, you know, especially to go 1-0 behind, you know, to come back, you know, we've got a bit of bottle, you know, got young players but keep their heads, you know, we know our game plan, if we stick to it we know we can cause teams a lot of problems, you know, and we did, we grew into the game and we passed the ball a lot better and, you know, Wama took his goals really well, you know, and you know, we defended really well and it was tough, you know, they put us under a lot of pressure, especially towards the end of the game, but, you know, the boys were magnificent, you know, fantastic.
Wanma is our man of the match tonight. Jamie, what's he like to play alongside, particularly in the form he was in tonight?
Yeah, it's great, you know, he's big, he's strong. He'll hold it up and, you know, I can play off him, play for scraps and get shots, you know, and you've seen he took his goals fantastic, so yeah, we're delighted.
Well done tonight, guys, thank you.
There will be a lot of talk about the title race tonight and how it is now for Aberdeen and can they get back into it or if it's all over. But let's start with giving Hearts full credit because they went behind in that game, Michael, and reacted really well.
Yeah, I think that's right. You know, you look at the 90 minutes tonight, then you've got to give Hearts credit because, as you said, it was a terrible start. Not just losing the goal, but the first 10 minutes, Aberdeen could have been, you know, well in front. As I said earlier, they maybe could have defended the 1-2 better. It's a great run from Church in at the front post, and it was a fantastic start for Aberdeen. And you see here that, you know, the two centre halves, Church just finds a great little position in between the two of them, so the full back in the centre half here. And it's very difficult to defend against a really good ball because the defenders are facing their own goal.
Adam, it was looking very, very good for your boys at that point, totally in control of the game.
Yeah, we obviously started the game very well, as Joe said, with a lot of good chances. Unfortunately we didn't take those and in the end it's come back to haunt us.
What's your immediate reaction? I know it's not easy for you standing here right now. Very, very disappointing night for everyone involved at the club, but do you feel that in some ways you're out of this race now, or do you feel that you can still hang in there? Obviously it depends on what Celtic do.
It's obviously going to be very difficult. We're obviously disappointed. The lads will be hurting, the gaffer, all the fans that travel down, everyone's disappointed because it's a good opportunity for us, but at the same time we have to be realistic. We've had a great season so far and we can still go on and set a new records point total, which would be incredible achievement for the club and as a group, but I think just because of how well we've done, the expectation level has risen and all of a sudden we could set a new records point total and still be disappointed with our season.
You'll rue some missed chances, of course, but also we talked about the defending ahead of the game, Stephen, and you said Aberdeen had to really be on absolute top form. They haven't been in some defeats in recent times. I know they've won a lot of games, but you think back to Fir Park, up to Inverness as well in recent times, and Scott Brown should have done better here, as you said at half-time.
Well, they've caused their own problems in some games, you know, games where they've been comfortable and they should have been further ahead, and it's just another night. You know, I look at someone like Danny Ward, you know, the goalkeeper who had to go back, and it's one who Derek McInnes would love to have kept, and that's not pointing the finger at Scott Brown, but you know, Danny Ward was such a big player for them. Scott Brown should be doing better. You know, he's shooting from 30 yards. He has to get it around the post. Players have to take responsibility at big moments and big games. If you want to win titles, your players have to step up on the big occasion. And unfortunately for Scott Brown, he made a huge mistake.
And there's a lot of this is about game management as well tonight, because when Wanma scores the second goal, Ash Taylor actually goes down well before the goal's scored and looks as if he's had a bit of cramp here. Graham Shinnie goes over to help him. The ball goes out of play though. You imagine somebody could try and stop the game here. Michael, they don't stop the game. Ash Taylor's out of position. Maybe Graham Shinnie is as well. And of course the rest is history, because Wanma takes full advantage of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Aberdeen are in possession. It's a poor free kick from Kenny McLean, but you know, Shinnie and Taylor have got to be aware of what's happening there. And it is, you're right, it's game management, it's poor. I think Reynolds has made his mind up early to go out and block the cross, when I think for me more of the threat is making sure that Wanma is marked in the middle of the box. But all round, you know, you look at the first goal, it's a catalogue of errors. You look at that, it's a poor goal to lose. And you know, Darryl, you picked up on a very good thing earlier in that half.
It's not like me.
But it's very true. When John Souttar was off the park, Rossi fell down. There was absolutely nothing wrong with him.
It was
he fell
ridiculous,
down holding his head,
but it was clever.
And I tell you, you're looking at it and you think to yourself, like, that's crazy. But speaking of Robbie Nielsen, he talks about Rossi being so professional, and he, like, down to the nth degree, and that's exactly what he was doing. He was making sure he was getting his guy back on. And when you compare that to that goal there that Aberdeen have lost, it's poor defending.
But it boils down to communication.
Yeah.
Somebody taking a little bit of responsibility, realising there's a gap. Even looking at Kenny McLean's point of view, he's the one who takes the free kick and puts it out. The first thing he does is put his hands in his head and look at the ground, rather than thinking, right, I made a mistake, let's fill back in. Graham Shinnie passing a message on. Little things that can affect games. And I think the 2 goals tonight, Aberdeen could have done better. They could have cut them out, but unfortunately they've lost 2-1.
It's one factor. The other side of things, the chances you could have probably taken, especially when you're 1-0 ahead in the game, and there were some key moments here. Niall McGinn's had a fantastic season for you, quite clearly. Missed a couple last week, and you just wonder if his confidence was a touch affected here tonight, Adam. He does better with these chances sometimes.
I don't think it's confidence. I know he's always confident. He gets himself into great positions. He makes a lot of stuff for himself. And to be fair, I think they're actually difficult chances. This one, the keeper's out quite well. He tries to put it through the keeper's legs like he did last week against Hamilton, and he scored.
This is at 1-1.
I think the defender actually does quite well, just getting a nudge on him there, because I think he doesn't really see him coming in, and I think Noel just thinks he's putting it on the back of the net, and he gets a little nudge at the last minute. And then this one there, Willow does great. I just think it's just too far in front of the front post. It's a difficult chance. Like, I know, looking back now, because we've lost the game, people will try and point the finger, but if we win the game 2 or 3-0, no one even mentions that chance.
Yeah, it's not so much pointing the finger, but it's key moments, isn't it?
It's Michael? Key moments, and you know, and Stephen's talking about their, you know, fine margins and a lot of things that have gone wrong in the defensive side of things. They're in the attacking side of things as well. You're not going to point the finger and say that Niall's, you know, been horrendous or he's missed sitters there, because there's no real sitters, but they're the ones that are, you know, he scores a goal and you say, didn't expect that. They're the things that have got to happen if you're going to go and win a title. Something out of nothing. And he's done it enough this season, but tonight it just didn't happen for Aberdeen, or for Niall McGinn in particular.
Not a great night for Derek McInnes and your boys, but a really good night for Robbie Nielsen, who's with Ailey Barber right now.
Well, Robbie, a slow start, but you got some reaction, particularly in that second half.
Yeah, I was pleased. The start of the game, Aberdeen were definitely on top, and you know, we're quite lucky just to be 1-0 behind. I thought they started really well, similar to the last game here, but we managed to keep ourselves in the game and get a goal and turned it from there.
The week that you've had was difficult, but in some ways has it galvanised your squad to go out there and to fight for that tonight?
I think the whole club has, to be honest. You know, that you can see the atmosphere tonight. It's about everyone. It's about the fans, about the players, about the staff, and there's a togetherness tonight. And I thought the players fought through everything. You know, we've got a lot of guys there that are tired now, but we need to get ready now for Inverness on Tuesday. And good result, but there's still a long way to go. Given
the week you've had, what pleased you most tonight?
I think just the work rate and the spirit, you know, but I knew it would be there, because when you get 17,500 Hearts fans here cheering you on under the floodlights, then you know, you're never short of energy.
Yeah, the atmosphere here was electric tonight. How big a part did that play?
Massive, absolutely massive. You know, you get boys there. Nicholson's been in his bed for, you know, the last 3 days. He comes in yesterday still feeling tired. 3 or 4 other guys, and they need the crowd to get behind him, and they definitely did it today.
It is coming to the end of the season, but you certainly don't look like you're letting up. How much are you using this to build momentum, not just to the end of the season, but to developing it further into next season?
What Aberdeen have done has been magnificent for the league, and it's been great for us as well, because you know, if it was just a battle between us, then they aren't pushing as hard, but they're pushing against Celtic, we're pushing to catch them, so it's really pushing us on to try and get points. And you know, I wish them all the best in the race to get first, but you know, we'll be trying to gun them down for second.
Well done tonight, Robbie. Thank you.
Robbie Nielsen was out pretty sharp, but that is the away dressing room door, and Well, it's not been opened in quite some time, and there'll be a lot of disappointed players in there. We're hoping Derek McInnes does come and talk to us, because obviously it's not a good night, and there'll be a lot of reflection on the title race. Is it still alive, Michael?
Well, I mean, even before this game, obviously, you know, Aberdeen were going to hope that Celtic were going to slip up. It's very much in Celtic's hands now, and it was a long shot before. I find it, you know, nigh on impossible to imagine Celtic are going to throw it away at this stage. It was a big game tonight. I think we all said that it was a must-win for Aberdeen, and they haven't. But you still can't take away for the fact that Aberdeen have a fantastic season this, you know, so far. And yeah, it's disappointing to see the title race, you know, look as if it's over at this stage. But I think, you know, full credit to Aberdeen, and also full credit to Celtic, because they've managed to keep their noses in front so far.
Your old team, Motherwell, might have a say in this yet. They might need some points to make sure they get into the top 6 tomorrow. And of course, Aberdeen lost at Fir Park a couple of weeks ago. It's not a given tomorrow.
No, well, listen, Motherwell are in decent form, but Celtic will be galvanised tonight. You know, I saw them on Tuesday night away to Dundee, and I thought they struggled for spells. You know, they certain bits of play, they weren't convincing. But they'll go into tomorrow with a lot of belief, knowing if they win the game tomorrow, the title could be theirs. With regards to Aberdeen, with 5 games to go, the overhaul Celtic and the points total and to win every game, it's going to be a huge ask. I think their main target will be to probably get Celtic in one of the first 2 games after the split. Try and take points off them and try and keep in touch. But I think overall, Derek McInnes will just be hugely disappointed.
You've just got to keep hoping and back to winning ways.
That's it. We're not going to stop trying. We're going to keep trying to take as many points as we can. I know what the gaffer's like, as I said before. He wants to win every game, regardless of the situation. Obviously, it's a massive blow tonight, but we just have to wait out a split, see the fixtures, and then hopefully win our last 5 games, and hopefully